What's going on, everybody? Thanks for stopping by the YouTube channel today. This video is going to be about how to join and give you details about my duo customs that I typically run every single Saturday night. There's quite a bit of rules, but not too hard to follow. I feel like we got a good setup in order to have some really good games. So I thought you guys would just stop by, check this video. It'll be real quick, short and simple. Learn a couple things about them. So one thing I want to touch on real quick is that you have to be part of my Discord in order to be part of these games. That's how you get the custom code I'll be releasing. The reason why we do that is to make sure that we can moderate this to some extent, so we make sure there isn't anyone breaking any rules. A link to the Discord, my Twitch channel, anything else you think you might need as more information about these games will be linked in the video's description. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so first things first is the rules. Now, the idea behind these games is that everybody gets the best setup possible. What does that mean? It means you get, gold weapons, you get max materials, lots of ammo, everything you need in order to get a winning game. So there's really not that much RNG based on your loot. More or less, the RNG is going to be based off of positioning and where you are on the field. You know what I mean? All right, guys, so like I said, the idea behind these games is to have the best game possible for everybody. So one of the things I like to do is make it so you're not necessarily allowed to push after someone if you don't need the refresh. I want everybody playing for rotation first, right? If you don't remember, everybody's going to have amazing loot. So you don't necessarily want to jump into someone's box because they might have a gold pump and end your life real quick. Now, all that being said, wins are the only thing that matters in these games. You only get paid if you're getting a win. So if it's the right decision in order to get the win, to go after someone, to get a refresh, to jump into someone's box, by all means do so. But the idea is for wins only. So make sure you're calculating, is this going to be for the win, or do I just want to get this person dead? Just know that kills aren't going to be any effect on your score at all. It's all about the win. So as of right now, in the current rules, we're not allowing any fighting off of spawn. That means you landed a POI with another team. You can't shoot them, anything else like that. You have to share all the loot. You're not necessarily teaming, but you can't be taking any damage or shooting at any other players from anyone else at your POI or until the time allotted that we are going to be giving later. Another thing real quick I want to mention is no one is allowed to land at my POI at all. It typically changes every week. You can find out what my POI is this week if you guys are interested. Just ask me in the chat, ! Drop. I'll usually have that information available for you. But you're not allowed to land at any POI that I land at, or you're not allowed to loot it while I'm still there unless I've already left the POI. And then it's completely free game for whatever I've left there for you guys. Now, the reason I do this is I just want to make sure everyone has a good game, and it's really just to protect myself, to make sure I know who wins, things like that. In addition to not being able to land at the same POI I have set for that week, I also don't want anyone following me, trying to do emotes with me, anything like that. I've had bad experiences in the past where people will just kill me and break rules, and I don't even want to deal with it. So I always make the rule, if you're following me, you're standing outside my wall before the time, anything that's not really allowed, and you're doing to me specifically, I'm going to shoot you, I'm going to end it, and I'm not going to pay you. So just make sure, if you are watching my stream, don't be following me. Make sure you're not doing anything that might, upset me. I'd hate to ruin your game, ruin anyone else's game. I want everyone to have a very fair chance. So as of right now, we have a rule in place to where we're not going to be allowed to shoot, break anyone else's builds, build on top of any other player. The only thing that'll determine height is the natural terrain that's in the area. But anyway, none of those things are going to be allowed until the 4th zone closes or the 5th zone opens. Couple small things real quick regarding, NPCs, supply crates, noms, loot, anything like that. The way we handle it is if it's a supply drop, you get there first, right? You're the first team there. It's yours. No one can fight for it. With the NPCs, it's whoever speaks to them first has the right to kill them, has the right to take their weapon. You can't have one team talk to them, the other person kill them, take their loot. None of that kind of stuff. It's usually pretty simple. It's just really whoever gets there first with that kind of stuff. Another thing is, please don't be shooting any of the gas cans. Don't be blowing up any cars. Don't be trying to self-sabotage or sabotage anyone else with any of these explosions, especially before the time allowed. You don't want to, be catching things on fire. None of those things make for a good competitive game. So we don't want to have any explosions of anything like that. Okay, guys, so that's really all the rules. Pretty simple. One thing I want to say is that if you catch someone else breaking a rule, you're not allowed to, shoot them in spite of them breaking the rule, try to enforce it yourself. The only thing that we do when someone breaks the rules is I have a complaint section in my Discord. You can kindly, have a recording, possibly list exactly what happened. You can't break the rules just because someone else is. I understand that might ruin your game sometimes. Unfortunately, there's really no way around it. We're moderating it as the best we can. I have a great team and staff that I'm trying to get all this running smoothly with. So make sure you just send a message to one of them, maybe put it in the complaints, and try to have really good positivity, and we'll all make sure we follow the rules and have a great game, honestly. One more thing I want to touch on is I don't want anyone to have anonymous mode on. If you have anonymous mode on, I don't know who it is. We got to make sure that no one has that on so I can pay out properly. I don't have to go back and replace things like that. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the rules being followed, and I hope we enjoy it. It's going to be a great time, and make sure you keep on checking back for changes, and we usually do this every single Saturday evening.